Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today is Friday the 14th of August and I'm training upper. So I hope everyone's enjoying the more frequent uploads, by the way. I hope you're enjoying them anyway. If anyone's got any questions or anything that they want to see, then please feel free to ask. So today's video I'm going to run through my upper session on a Friday. At the minute, as I've spoken about before, my split is pull, push, legs, rest, upper, lower, rest. So every week I know where my rest days are going to be and my sessions are on the same days. So I'm also going to chat about working around niggles when you're training. So any little injuries or any little niggles, too often people will just not train, or they'll either think it's more serious than it is, or they'll massively cap the intensity or cap the volume, or potentially even just cap the loading, and you don't necessarily need to do all those things. So I'm going to run you through the upper session and chat to you about how you can work around niggles. So, like I said guys, I'm going to just chat about how you can work around niggles when it comes to your training. So as you can see, the first thing that I do is I actually apply tiger balm to the area. So for me at the minute, it's my shoulder. So what I'll do is, just before I'm about to train, I'll put a fair bit of tiger balm on, as much as I can really, just to get it as warm as I can. So there's a red tiger balm and a white tiger balm, and I've actually got both, and I know they both do slightly different things. One of them has like got more menthol properties, so it cools it more, but I actually use both because I know I read something where using both is generally better for sort of like muscle therapy, apparently, who knows, but using both can't do any harm. So literally just coat the whole area in tiger balm, and it does tend to help, just creates a little bit more blood flow. So if I'm increasing blood flow to the area, then I'm getting more oxygen to the area, more nutrients to the area. There's more chance that the waste products, the metabolites around the area, in the area, are going to get rid of quicker. So it makes sense to try and heat the area as much as you can. With warming the area, and whether it be using tiger balm or just through getting warm, let's say doing like mobility exercises, or whether it be the massage gun, which I'm going to go over as well. Basically what we're trying to do is, like I say, warm the area, get blood flow to the area, get the byproducts away, get the collagen to repair the area, to lay down the repair tissue as quickly as possible, which is what I'm trying to do, especially if you've got DOMs. If it's bad DOMs, then that'll be the case. Obviously if it's something deeper than that, if it's an issue that is directly to do with a joint, or if it's let's say it's a spinal issue with a herniated disc or something like that, just putting the massage gun isn't going to help, or putting tiger balm on it isn't going to do the job. But if it's a bit of DOMs, or it's a little bit of niggles, you're feeling a little bit of pain in between sort of your pec delt tie-in, or just little areas, a bit of tendonitis in the elbow, things like that, then the tiger balm massage gun can help. So tiger balm as well has got anti-inflammatory effects. So basically what it'll do is it'll reduce inflammation in an area, which again can just help relieve pain. And even if it's just a case of relieving pain to make sure that your training session goes well and you can progress your training without any pain, then that's really the goal. And obviously you can focus on getting the deeper issue sorted outside of training. I would recommend the tiger balm prior to training, like I say, just to heat the area, and it almost can sort of like numb it a little bit as well. Other times you could obviously use it outside of training. You could use it on rest days, you could use it pre-bed, things like that. Although I do find pre-bed, it can impact sleep a little bit and you can struggle to get to sleep. So pre-session, pre-training is generally the best time to use that. So the second thing that you can do in terms of working around your niggles is to use the massage gun. So I have a massage gun, it's called U-Listen is the brand, and basically what we're trying to do there is very similar to the tiger balm. We're trying to get as much blood flow to the area. Obviously with the massage gun, it's not heating it. Instead it's sort of like a vibration therapy of getting as much blood to that area as possible, again to increase the oxygen and the nutrient delivery and get rid of the byproducts and get the collagen to lay down the repair tissue. It can also help break down scar tissue as well. So if you've got scar tissue in a given area, so again for me around my shoulder, it's just if you've got like deep knots, scar tissue, any sort of fascia tissue that you just feel like needs breaking down, the massage gun can help with that. It can help improve your mobility, which, you know, prior to training, if you've got, let's say, again, I'm relating a lot of these to the shoulder because my right shoulder is where my issue is. If you've got mobility issues, so let's say, you know, you're struggling getting into this position to do like an overhead vertical press, or any type of lateral raise, it's feeling like it's sort of locked in and you've not got that mobility. Obviously getting the massage gun in there can free that up a little bit and increase your mobility in a given area. If you have a specific tight area as well, so the massage gun in terms of what it does is very similar to like a foam roller or getting like a tennis ball in an area kind of thing, but what you can do is you can really target that specific area with the massage gun a lot easier than trying to do it with a foam roller or a tennis ball, and you can really get in that specific area. So if that's the case and you've just got one given area, let's say, that's you know, you can actually pinpoint exactly where that issue is and that pain and that tightness is, then the massage gun is great for that as well. There is some sort of data and some research on the fact that it actually just helps in terms of neural pathways. So basically when you use the massage gun on an area, your brain is obviously stimulated to focus on that area and almost think that it's making it better and loosening it, which is crazy. It's almost like a bit of a placebo effect. You know how like your brain works with placebo effect? It's very similar to that. You know, it might not even be doing anything. It might literally just be a case of your brain thinks it's doing something, and if that means that the pain starts to subside a little bit, then great. In terms of when to use the massage gun, then generally I would say prior to training, so very similar to with the Tiger Balm. Also during training, I don't see any detriment to using it during training, especially if you can feel that, let's say you're on your warm-up sets on a press and you can feel that given area is just playing up and it's not quite right. Get the massage gun in there. You know, same with me with my sciatica. My left side is really tight with my sciatica, so generally before a pull day or a leg day, I'm getting the massage gun in my hips, on my piriformis, on my glutes, and just getting all of that area loosened up a little bit, getting the blood to that area, getting it a little bit warmer, and just targeting those specific tight areas. You can also obviously use the massage gun outside of training. So again, something like pre-bed is generally quite a good time just to free an area up pre-bed, and hopefully through the night it'll help it recover a little bit more with more blood flow there prior to going to sleep. And any time you obviously feel some real tight areas, then it's worth, you know, if you've got 5 minutes spare, to get on it. But it's great. Massive. I know like a lot of people think they're more expensive than they are, and I'm pretty sure now you can get them for less than 100 quid on Amazon, and they're definitely worth using. Like I say, even if it's just in between sets or prior to sets, getting it on your elbows, getting it on your shoulder joints, and just getting warm prior to going into your work, because I do think that part of training, part of bodybuilding, part of trying to get as strong as you can and get as much muscle mass as you can, it's going to come with little niggles here and there. It's going to come with injuries. It's going to come with having to manage these little things, and that's part of it. So other things that you can do obviously to work around niggles is just make sure that you're, one, having enough protein to help aid recovery, and two, having enough sleep, and then finally drinking enough water as well. So basics, get your protein in, make sure you prioritise your sleep, make sure you're on it with your water and the hydration, and also just minimise stress as well. That will help in terms of recovery. In terms of training, how we can work around it is basically don't worry about your heavy loading sets. So if it's a case of, you know that as soon as you go up to, let's say, 2 plates on something or 3 plates on something, you can feel it, you can stay away from that and just improve your higher rep work. So if you can make your set of 10 to 15 better and better and better over time, and your set of 15 to 20 better and better over time, you're still going to be progressing, you're still going to be performing progressive overload, you're still going to be creating a greater stimulus time after time after time, and you're still therefore going to be stimulating muscle growth and hypertrophy. So just because you're not doing a set of 3 to 6 or 6 to 7, whatever it may be, whatever low rep range you're doing, doesn't mean that you can't still have an impact in training and still grow. So just working your higher rep sets. If you feel like you can still do the heavy work, but you have to be really careful around it, then do your back off set first. So if it's a case of you're doing 2 sets, you're doing a 6 to 9 and 12 to 15, let's say, do the higher rep set first. It'll get it warm, it'll get you comfortable with the depth, it'll get you comfortable with the weight and knowing how heavy the top set is going to feel, and then go for the top set after that. So do the higher rep work prior to the top set, which is what I did in this session in terms of a couple of the movements. So yeah, outside of that, in terms of training, just stay in a pain-free range. So be careful with your range of motion. Don't try and go too low, or don't try and rush your eccentrics. You know, take your time with your tempos. Make sure you're staying on the target muscle. You're not dropping the weight. You're not rushing things, and make sure that you're not going into a range of motion which is uncomfortable for you. So you know, if you're doing a vertical press and you're coming down to there where I can already feel that niggling on my shoulder, it's just not going to be safe on the shoulder. So come down to where it's pain-free for you. For me, it's about there, from elbow just passing 90 degrees before I have any external rotation or any impingement on the shoulder. That's your bottom point. So you're staying within your active range. You're not going into your passive range and using passive tissue. Okay guys, I'll leave it there. So that's ways that you can work around little niggles when it comes to training. So any questions on any of that, just let me know. I will relay some shots as well as to how I'm looking on the screen now and give you a quick update. So currently it will be 9 weeks out going into this weekend and next week. 9 weeks out from the UK DFBA. So looking forward to it. Still not feeling too lean yet, but I'm getting there gradually. Hovering between sort of 174, 176 at the minute, with the refeeds still Friday, Saturday. They've actually increased this week to 600 gram a carb from 550, just to create a little bit more of a fuller look and slow the rate of loss down. I was losing a little bit quick, so just trying to slow that rate down. But yeah, happy with how things are going. Training's going well, just working around this shoulder issue. Like I say, with the things that I've spoken about. Nutrition wise, everything's fine, not hungry still, expenditure's all spot on, feel like a breeze still so far. So I'm wondering when it's going to kick in and feel like really hard. I don't know whether it will. I'm sure it will at some point, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll leave it there guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. If you could like the video, that'd be great. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one.